Welcome to our 2-player, 2-shot, and 3-point do-it-yourself basketball game. Now we'll show you how we put it together. We're going to get the box, open it up, and you're going to cut at this top fold here, and then cut these tuck flaps out as well. So you're just left with this little piece here, and then the bottom of the box. From those 2 inches, we're going to divide them into 4s, and we're going to need 8 individual squares. Retuck the box with the white underneath. The craft side gives you that basketball look. Cut a little notch about 3/4 of an inch wide and 1 inch down here. This is where we're going to put our tongue depressor in for the 2-point shot on both sides. Now we're going to take 4 of the little squares, 4 little hole in the bottom corner, and we're going to put them on either side with the hole at the very bottom corner. That's where we're going to put a matchstick through. Measure 7.5 centimeters from one end of the tongue depressor, and then glue your straw the width of the tongue depressor. What we're going to do is we're going to put those together and slip the matchstick right through the end. Find the end where the popsicle tongue depressor is, make a 1-inch circle on both sides for your 2 pointers. The midpoint of the box is about 6.2 inches. So from that midpoint we want to come up 1 inch, and from this point, that should be to the bottom end of the tuck, it's 15.5 centimeters. From our midpoint we went 1 inch up, and then we make a straight line from that point to either side. That's 15.5 centimeters. So from 3 centimeters to 6 on this side, we make a line and cut 3 centimeters wide at an angle, 4 centimeters down. The same thing on this side, 15.5 centimeters. So 3.5 centimeters from this point to here, cut a 3 centimeter width and down. The reason that has to be at an angle is so our hoop will be here, we can make shots. If it was straight, we'd miss every time. So I'm going to take a tongue depressor, I'm going to clip off the ends off it, and then I'm going to split that in 2. And then I can take my knife and draw it right down the middle, and I can split it in 2. Then I'm going to cut those up with my diagonal pliers or something similar, and I need 2 layers underneath and then 2 little layers on either end. Kind of looks like a teeter-totter piece. Now it should be about 5 centimeters wide, and I need 2 of these. So I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to glue it 4.5 centimeters from the end of one full tongue depressor. I'm going to need 2 like that. Okay, you should have 8 more of these little squares. What I'm going to do is put them together like this. So you put a little hole on either side, put it in, and then glue together into like a little box, and this is where the tongue depressor will fit into it. Best way to do this is to gauge it, so we put those 2 in place at the angle that they are in reference to our opening, and they should be 9.5 centimeters from this point here. This is going to be going up and down, actually more like down, so it's going to look something like that. So that's 9.5 centimeters from the point here to there. Chip off 4 little pieces and attach them to the corners. This is where we're going to attach our rubber bands. Now I put them in place with the rubber bands in each side, and this is the bottom. We'll get our spring for a 3-point shot. Alright, let's turn it over. From those tuck flaps we cut from the beginning, I need to get 7 1 centimeter wide by about 10 inches long. So I need 7 like that. We're going to cut 2 of them in half. Okay, set them up something like this, across 2 in the middle, and then only 1 on the outsides, just like that, starting 1 inch from the back. This is where we put our hoop. Now we're going to take that original piece that we cut out, top flap, and we're going to cut it up into 4 to fit over each of these squares, so you can measure based on the size that you have made your last step. Now I have my 4 pieces, which I will divide up. And then I need to make holes on the bottom or through these. Easiest way to do that is from the bottom, circle on the other side. Now we have these in place for rebound, and the next step is to take a little piece, you make it about a 1/2 centimeter circle and create like a T, and you put these on top of the tongue depressor, which will force the ball to go forward. The hoop will be here, so this forces the ball, instead of going up and down, to go forward. That's the final pieces put together. You put the backboard here. It's approximately 5 inches high. And this is about 2.5 inches wide. The hoop is supplied with the cutout. So just cut it out and then it clips together. And then you have your shots. Okay, the last couple things we wanted to mention, we put a little piece of cardboard behind the ball, which forces the ball to go forward. And then you can actually get these cardboard pieces from the Amazon box that the product came in. We didn't want to add extra cardboard because it seemed unnecessary. So that's the game, DIY Toys. 2-player basketball.